Ready to get out there?
We're so boring! Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Witnessing the discourse of Starfield over the past week or so has made me moderately depressed and also forced me to realize just how polluted and angry the gaming community has now become.
People are going to hate on this thing just because it's Bethesda. They're going to hate on it because it's not a new Elder Scrolls or a new Fallout game.
I still feel like Starfield is a fucking great game, even if Serene Sync Sounds thinks Bethesda paid me for the review.
You may need to upgrade your PC for this game, but it's got a lot of great stuff going on in it, and the fans are responding awesome.
Motherfucker, I learned this shit at Nick Jr., okay? You can't land on a gas giant, dumbass.
Starfield is so much what I expected, yet so much more what I didn't. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Did you know that if I love a game, I'm a corporate shill? And if I hate a game, I'm just always negative?
A few days ago, I published my initial impressions for the game, and the nicest way to put it is that I enjoy Starfield for what it is.
I really like Starfield. I think it's a good game.
I think everything in the game is good, but it's also extraordinarily boring.
I'm done. Oh, that's enough.
Bro's head is missing. Alright, take the points back.
It's a video game, just enjoy it, or don't enjoy it. You can talk shit about it, or you can say it's great, but just stop attacking each other.
And I'm sure like a week or so from now, there's going to be YouTubers putting out videos telling us how Starfield is the worstest thing ever made as well.
PlayStation fanboy makes 1,000 accounts to review bomb Starfield on Metacritic.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, this is going to be a totally different video which I'm not used to making, so just bear with me. I guess it's time for me to share some Starfield opinions. I love Starfield. Now, Starfield is not the second coming of Christ, but it's also not Cyberpunk Day 1. The game is getting a ton of hate, yet getting praised every day. Mostly from everybody's comment section that plays the game. Metacritic gets review bombed nearly all the time. Some reviews just don't make any sense or are just completely misled or wrong. It seems like a lot of YouTubers, like clips I've just used, have been mostly okay opinions. But obviously, people are still very split about Starfield. But today I wanted to personally explain why I love Starfield, Bethesda games, and why I think Starfield opinions are so mixed.
Taurus ain't bad as far as COs go.
Now, before getting into this video, it seems like the hate on Starfield has calmed down, at least on Twitter, which is surprising because it's Twitter. I'm sorry, X. But the hate has calmed down for the most part. It still seems like many people are very mixed about this game, which is completely fine. There's still a lot of criticism and opinions everywhere. But, of course, when you go into the comment section of people making videos on Starfield, you see a lot of anger. You see either people praising the game or absolutely wailing on it. A lot of people are just angry at the fact that there are YouTubers enjoying the game. It's so weird to me when you enjoy a game. Sure, it could be a bad game or a good game, but if you're enjoying it, people hate that. It's just so strange to me, hating on someone because they enjoy a game you do not. It's so weird. Like, I'm gonna put some of my hot takes out there. I do not like Fallout New Vegas. I have no interest in Baldur's Gate 3. But more power to the people that enjoy and love those games, because apparently they are good fucking games. And sure, there are definitely imperfections in Starfield. There are definitely things which could be so much better in Starfield. I've probably got my criticisms for it as well. I can add things to it where I'm like, okay, this could have been better. But still, there are obviously people that are fucking in love in this game. And yet, that's apparently bad. Now, I did want to say that Starfield is like, it's kind of weird because some people have compared it to the worst, like Cyberpunk or Fallout 76 Day 1, which is just so incorrect. It's like we forgot how bad those games actually were on release. So to those people that are doing those comparisons, like, I don't understand you. I have seen that Starfield does have bugs, a lot of bugs I have never encountered in my life, and when I have encountered bugs, they've normally been something to laugh at. There's never been anything game-breaking and destructive that has completely ruined my experience with the game.
Oh god, I'm gonna throw up.
There's never been any like that. This is a very polished Bethesda game, and I'm honestly really shocked. Like, it's actually quite funny how polished it is. Everything feels good, it plays good. Sure, it's not gonna be performance, but I'm over here set it to ultra on my 3060 and I'm running fine. I'm loving it. So I don't really understand. And for those that have a less powerful rig, I am sure there will be performance updates that come out because this game has been a mad success. I mean, goddamn, do you remember Elden Ring? When that game came out on PC, it had stuttering, it had issues, but they eventually patched it up. Now, to be fair, they patched it up relatively quick, so I hope Bethesda could do that too. So anyway, let's move on. Why do I love Starfield? Well, I wanted a Bethesda game in space, not a space game made by Bethesda. Let me explain. Bethesda games have a charm, and no, it isn't that their games just work or bugs are a part of the experience, it's a charm I struggle to explain, and yet it's so unique to Bethesda games only that I always come running back to Daddy Todd's arms. Now, I am a young lad. I've only played Bethesda games for 7 to 8 years, which is Fallout 4, 3, 76, New Vegas, Skyrim, and now Starfield. So maybe more veteran players can explain the charm better than me, but for me, Bethesda are truly special and recognizable. From the moment you leave the cave, the vault, or the building for the first time, you see the bright light from God Howard, and you know you're ready for adventure, until you're cucumbered by a bunch of junk, and get distracted talking to a million random side quest NPCs, even though your dad's run away for the milk, your son's being kidnapped, or you're chasing that refund. But Bethesda have an instantly recognizable dialogue system, which Fallout 4 butchered. It could be strange dialogue, unintentionally funny dialogue.
Kyle, no!
Some silly characters, and yet many serious moments and mysteries. Bethesda games always have a fully lootable world unlike any other game out there. The variety of enemies is always so wide. And while Bethesda's story writing and dialogue can sometimes be questionable, the fact that Bethesda can have basic standard stories alongside serious, funny, and sometimes amazing quests is just really entertaining. Such as in Starfield, you could become Space Batman. You can have a random encounter with an old Earth colony and decide if you want to blow them the fuck up. You can get randomly attacked by something that seems like a Deathclaw and a Skyrim spider had a baby, and that's just a monstrosity it's made. You can come across a bunch of goofy and wacky characters traveling through space, or maybe you're attacked by a bounty thanks to the bounty hunter traits, visiting your family, or getting to know and marry your companion. These are just things that Bethesda do really well. The random encounters, the wacky characters, the interesting and mysterious moments, which no other game can capture it like they do. You see, Bethesda always has an experience you know to expect, an experience which is unique to only their games, and you can either love it or hate it. And the sad thing is that Starfield got so much traffic, people expected great art but forgot the artists who are making it, and that they don't do what you actually expect. Starfield is not the new Star Citizen, it is not the new No Man's Sky, and I wouldn't want it to be that, because personally, I'm not a fan of either of those games, and it wouldn't suit Bethesda style of games. It just wouldn't really work. It wouldn't just work, basically. Starfield is a Bethesda game set in space. If you love Bethesda style games, you will love Starfield, and if you don't like Bethesda style games, you will not like Starfield. And like they said in the Starfield Direct,
it's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
And that's exactly what it is. They weren't lying, and that's why I love Starfield. I just wanted another Bethesda game, man, but this time set in a theme, set in a genre that I love, space. I didn't want another No Man's Sky, I didn't want another Star Citizen, because honestly, those games aren't as great as people wank them off to be. Every game has its limitations. Every game has its own feeling to it, and Bethesda is a feeling I wanted in a space-themed game. And goddamn, is it something I love so much. much. When it comes to Starfield, I personally love all the improvements they have made from their past games. I personally love the combat, it feels smooth and responsive. Every single weapon has a unique reload animation with detail. The game's environments is beautiful, unlike No Man's Sky where I land on a planet and get bored within 10 minutes. In Starfield, I feel like the view's worth staying a little longer, until I find an outpost and kill a bunch of space pirates. The worlds can have terrifying creatures which we've come to expect from every Bethesda game. The main story, while not being mind-blowing, is enough to keep me interested in the characters, which the Starfield companions are the best companions so far. Just as a little note, my favourite companions are Vasco, Sarah, Morgan and Barrett. They're just really cool. Fuck Sam, he is so fucking lame. But the detail on the clothes, the environment, the guns, everything, the detail is there, it's just not on the faces, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm curious to see what type of comments I get on this video, but hey, I just wanted to put my words out there. I love Starfield, I love how it turned out. Could it have been better? Yes. Is it game of the year? No. But is it a good game? For me, this is a game I have not felt such love for a very long time, if not ever. And no matter the criticism, haters, console wars, and overall opinions flying around on the internet, they will not affect my positive opinion that I'm happy how this game turned out, and I can't wait for further updates, mods, DLCs, and all of that. This game is seriously something I love. I can understand criticism, but to all the hate, console wars, it's just really irritating. Criticize the game how you want, but there is clear hate, misled opinions, and console wars which is getting in the way. Though I'm curious to see what you guys think down below, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.